All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. And I had a lot of sales this weekend, but I messed up and I'm a little frustrated. Let's talk about it. All right, first one up. These have been very consistent for me. And when I realized that I had messed up, and we'll talk about it, I didn't realize I had so many of these still. I feel like I've been selling these like one or two, maybe three per week. I have a lot of these left, so I kind of want to start piecing these out, especially as we start trickling into championship week and the playoffs and Bowman University release. But these have been a consistent $15 to $20 for me. I like it. I'll take it. Goodbye there. All right, Jackson Dart here, Gold Inception. I picked this up the day of their bowl game, whatever bowl it was, versus Penn State. Got this for like $60, I would say. And I was sitting on it for a while. Jackson was kind of like my low-key Heisman guy. Like I felt like on paper, that's a very talented roster. They're still in the playoff mix right now, but went very heavy on Jackson Dart. I decided to send this to ComC's pre-grade review for $5. They will review the card and say, hey, this is a mint card or better, a 9 or better if you decide to submit it with PSA. I did that, but I have sent a couple of cards through ComC to PSA, and it takes a really, really long time on top of the already longer submission times with PSA. So just like for them to pull it and send it and ship it and all of that, it takes a long time, a very, very long time. Now they do have estimates, which is good. Before it was like 12 to 14 week turnaround, and I'm like, dude, it's been like 16 weeks, but just a long time in general. But they did pass this, so if someone wanted to grade this, I could have sent this to SGC, but I'm like, it is what it is. I think it's probably a gem, but Jackson Dart, I think I sold this for 110, just decided to take the offer there. Shitter Standards, Kahuna. I mentioned I'm not a huge fan of the big Kahuna cards, but it is a card where you can get it at auctions for under $35 and relist it at $60. Like there's a pretty wide spread, and some people will come up and buy it now. So just a lot of those short prints, I think you can always, or like the image variation as well for Shitter can fall between 20 and 30, and you relist it for 60 and it sells. Obviously with such a huge player and liquid and hype, and Colorado this season in the hunt for the playoffs now, all those Colorado haters are quiet suddenly. But this one I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm cool moving on from it. But I'm still buying Shadur, the first cards, I think, and just any inserts low end. Mason Taylor Gold Best. I picked this up at auctions, I think for under $10. I sold this for 20. I think he's getting a little bit of hype for the draft. I don't know. I just like him because I'm like, yeah, I think there's a lot of value there. Like there were gold autos for 10 to 15 bucks this offseason, and just for his production and I think where his NFL status could be, I think it's worth a shot. So a nice flip on that one. Lauren Betts, man, her market is crazy. And I just saw ESPN release their 2025 mock draft ahead of the lottery. I think that lottery, by the time you see this, it's this week, but you'll see this a couple days after. Obviously, I guess making assumptions here, but she is eligible for this year's draft. She will be 22 by the time the draft, in the year of the draft, and that's one of their qualifications. It's interesting. I think she stays another year because I think she's like the number 1 or number 2 pick for 2026. But her stuff has been crazy. She's been doing really well, but like gold autos are doing over 100 right now, and her market is dried up. So this, I started getting a ton of offers. I had 2 copies, one at like 30, one at 40. Started getting offers like 20, 25, 27. I'm like, at that point, I'll just hold it. Like there's a lot of watchers, a lot of offers. Decided to pull my card at $30, keep my one at 40. And then I saw our market getting crazy, and then this one sold, and I didn't realize that I still had it up. I should have pulled it down because now her autos are just ridiculous. I think these are going for over 50 at this point, and you're not finding anything else. So Lauren Betts, if you see her in value bins, definitely scoop. Julian Saint Blue. These continue to sell for me pretty well. Picked these up in a bunch of China auctions. Sold this one for 30. I have 2 left as well. I sold one for 35. Someone was like, hey, would you take 30? And then Carl in the Discord, he just showed, we have a last 4 where you can screenshot your last 4 on eBay, and he just bought one for $8. So there you go. Nice little win there. These 2 sold together $10 a piece, I think. So $20 on these. I picked these up. One I picked up a lot. This one I picked up at the state show. I probably paid $7 for both of them, maybe, I would say, if I had to guess. Sold them for 20. So Juju, the fastest player to hit 1,000 points in history, and there's a documentary coming up. You know how I feel about documentaries and buying that hype. We saw the price jump with Kiki Rice a few months ago in May. I'm ready for the Juju hype. So let's get it. Chris Johnson gold. I picked these up pretty frequently, I guess, at this point. I just picked one up at DC Sports for like $1 the other day, or maybe it was quick consign. Sold this one for 11. Chris Johnson, one of my favorites, but I'm not a huge, hold of Topps Chrome Composite, but I'd rather pick up his 2010 image as noted in the background there. My favorite image of all time for Chris Johnson. So that's the parallel that I chase, but I'm sure I picked this up for like $2. Sold it for 12. All right, ripped open my Caitlin Clark blaster. Didn't get anything good, really, but I'm like, hey, with this new bulk upload eBay feature with AI and they auto-populate all your titles, I've got another video about it. You can scroll a couple videos down if you're interested. I decided to list all these, and it did a great job recognizing like the card number and the set and everything. So this sold for $3. I listed all 24 cards. We'll see which ones sell. So that would be cool. Paige Beckers, I truly believe this will be a $20+ card. She's projected #1 for the WNBA draft. Just doing really well. She's going to be the face of this season. The hype will be there. All the eyeballs will be there for March Madness. So these sell at $20 for me consistently. Promoted listing, there's going to be some at like $15, $16, but I promise you, if you promote your listings at 2%, you're definitely getting a lot more volume for sure. All right, Riley Leonard. I was buying some Riley Leonard just for the playoff push. I'm not like super high on him, but I'm like, hey, he's a quarterback of a playoff team. So I picked this up, I think, for $1 at the state show. Someone sent an offer for $5 or $6. So my margin's not huge, but I am making money off that lot. So anything helps on that one. But so now to the frustrated part. I also sold a Riley Leonard like cracked ice auto. Bought it for like $20. I'm like, hey, I'm going in. Had it listed for 40. It sold over the weekend while I was out of town at the U of A game. I go to look for it, and I don't know where it is at all. I don't want to blame my son. He's 15 years old, and, we all see these, oh, my son, bought this card or whatever. But when I was packing for the weekend, he did pull out this card, and I typically sort everything by player. And I was like, oh, no, buddy. Like, put that back. We'll see. I don't know. When we move out of this house, if we ever do, maybe we'll find out. But for now, I don't know where that card went. So it was $40. I messaged the seller, and I was like, dude, I apologize. I will send you a Steve Angeli card. Please forgive me. And he was like, yep, no worries. But it's one of those things, not even like customer service or anything, or, that's part of it. But, and like, I don't care about missing $40 now or $20 because that's what I paid for it. But it's like the fact that you can't find it and you're like, dude, I tore this room up all over. I took everything out, and I'm like, I don't know where this card is. So, and I went back to my mail day photo. I'm like, that's the only card I cannot find. I don't know. Very, very annoying, very frustrating. I'm like, dude, this is going to drive me nuts not being able to. It's like when you can't like find anything in general or can't think of something, you're like, oh, it's going to drive me nuts. That's my fire fest right there. Devin Neal, upset BYU. This one sold before the game, though. Someone sent an offer for 40. I think I've got a graded Devin Neal. I've also got a True Gold. I don't know if Gold Lava sells better. That's something that I need to look back into, especially with the new release coming up. I think Gold Lava sells a little bit better than True Gold. That's just my experience. I think those tend to sell, like, because I buy both and I list them for the same price, and the Gold Lavas typically sell faster, I feel. I don't know, but that was 40. I don't know how much I paid for it, but I'm like, hey, Kansas, super disappointing. Not Devin Neal. He had 2 touchdowns, but definitely just sucks that they had that kind of year after so much hype. Juju, this was 10. I've been buying them up on ComC up to 650, 675. There's a kind of a big floor there. But I dropped mine to 620. I dropped one copy down to 625, hoping that people undercut me, so I will buy them up. I don't know, just a tactic for you. But $10, I probably pay like $1 or $2 for these. Another one, someone sent an offer for $15. And I'm like, yeah. When I was searching and I tore my house up to find that Riley Leonard card, which is going to drive me up a wall, I was like, holy smoke, I've got like 25 of these left. Like I feel like I sell them pretty frequently, so I just decided 15, 12 even, 12 to 20. It sucks because I think I'm the cheapest, so I don't want to like mess up my own comps, but we'll see. I'm still riding with Oregon. Not going to win the Heisman, it seems, and that was my Heisman pick, but still rocking with Oregon for the championship. Oregon or Texas are my 2 teams. I think there's just the most complete on both sides of the ball. So that's everything. I don't know how much this was in total, but I need to start to get these packed up because I'm a little bit behind. So there you go. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next one. Peace. Love you.